Children, today we are going to learn about the supply of money. In the last lecture, we had learned what is money, what is evaluation of money, how this money came as an option to the barter system in the economy, right? As a medium of transaction, as well as the purchasing power. Now we are going to learn what is the supply of money in the economy, what are its components, as well as we are going to learn the measures of money supply in the economy. Okay. Now, who are these producers of money exactly? That means who are responsible for the existence of money in an economy, right? Here we are referring to the suppliers of money, and who are the suppliers of money? They are the government of the country as well as the banking system, right? Both the commercial banks as well as the RBI is responsible for this, right? So these are the producers of money in the economy, the government as well as the commercial banks and RBI. Rather, RBI has got the apex authority to issue the currency in the economy, right? Which is also said to be as the government's bank. Now, how is the currency issued in the country? In our country, it is issued with the help of the minimum reserves, on the basis of the minimum reserves which are held by the RBI, okay? And if I have to give an example for this, then it has to be, the RBI, the Reserve Bank of India, has to maintain a minimum reserve of rupees 200 crores, okay? In the form of gold as well as foreign securities. And the value of gold must at least be rupees 115 crores. So on the basis of this, the currency is being issued in a country. Okay. Now, children, money is something as a medium of exchange as it is generally accepted. When we say it is a medium of exchange, when we say it has got the purchasing power, when we say it is the mode of transaction, that means it is a general acceptance which is function of money also, which is a general acceptance of money, as well as it is termed as the functioning of money, right? This is how the money functions in the economy. And this gives rise to the supply of money in the economy, right? So this supply of money refers to the total stock of money in circulation in an economy at a given point of time on a specific day. We can call it for the day to day itself, okay? So in one day, how much of money is being circulated in the economy will be called as the money supply, okay? And it is out of how much stock is available in the economy, right? An ideal money supply would be that which is going to help out to balance the inflationary and deflationary gaps in the economy, okay? That means it has to maintain the equilibrium between the aggregate demand of money with aggregate supply of money. That means how much of money is being demanded in the economy to how much of supply in the economy is available, okay? Then let us talk about the components of money supply. There are two components of money supply: currency held by the public, that means we all as common people, and the net demand deposits held by the commercial banks. Now here the role of commercial banks come into existence. What are the commercial banks? Commercial banks are the facilitators, okay, who provide us the banking system in our country, right? And in our country, RBI, as I said, is said to be as the central bank which regulates all the commercial banks in the country, right? And the public sector as well as the private sector banks, both are part of the commercial banks in the country. So the net demand deposits held by the commercial banks as well as the currency held by the public are the two major components of money supply. So we can term it as M. M means money is equals to the currency held by the public plus the demand deposits held by the commercial banks, okay? So money supply includes currency held by the public as well as the cash reserves with the banks, right? Now, what are these demand deposits? When we operate our savings account, children, what we do is either we withdraw the money out of the savings account or we deposit money in the savings account. So whatever money is deposited with the bank, anytime we can always call it back. We can withdraw that money, and that is said to be as the demand deposit, right? So all that money which is held by the commercial banks always facilitates us to do our different transactions in terms of payment, or in terms of receiving the amount from anywhere from one account to the other, right? So this can also be done in the with the help of the check. Now, what is check? Check is a promissory note which helps either in payment of any of the bills, etc., or to credit the money in our account, or to debit the money from our account, right? So all these are the different ways how these things are functioned, right? Now, when it comes to issuing of currency in the country, children, all the other notes except 1 rupee note are issued by RBI, and 1 rupee note and all other coins are issued by the Ministry of India, that is the Government of India, right? And when we put all these currencies and notes into circulation, it has been carried out by RBI, right? And it has been evaluated in terms of the measures of money supply in the country or in the economy, right? And what are these 4 measures? These 4 measures are being recommended by the Reserve Bank of India on the basis of the liquidity. What are the liquidity? Liquidity of money, when I refer to it, can be the convertibility of the currency, or you can call in the conversion into the bonds, shares, gold, etc. Okay, right? So when it comes to measures of money supply, we will be learning them in these 4 measures, right? What are those? M1, M2, M3 and M4. That is money 1, money 2, money 3, money 4, or measure 1, measure 2, measure 3 and measure 4. What is this first measure 1? That is currency held by the public plus DD, that is demand deposits, and other deposits with the country. Okay, now what are these other deposits? Currency held by the general public, as well as the demand deposits by the commercial banks, you know. But what are these other deposits? Other deposits are referred to those deposits with the RBI or the government, right? And institutions like the industries, the developmental banks of India, or the foreign central bank, and the government, or you can call them the IMF, that is International Monetary Fund, or World Bank, etc. So all these are the other deposits. Measure 2 involves measure 1 plus saving deposits with post offices, savings banks. Okay, that means the currency held with the public, the demand deposit plus the demand deposits plus the other deposits, and the saving deposits with post offices, saving banks. Now, what are these post offices, children? These are also the saving banks which are held by the government, and as we save the money in the commercial banks, in the same way the saving deposits are also being held by the post office of banks. Okay, so these are the banks which are held by the post offices in our country. Measure 3 involves measure 1 plus the net time deposits held with the commercial banks, that is measure 1 plus the net time deposits held with the commercial banks. Now, what are these commercial banks time deposits? That means if I have say for example 5,000 rupees, right, with me, and I need to save it, but I also need to preserve it for a certain period of time. So if I go in a commercial bank and in my account, if I hold it as a I save it as a fixed deposit, say for example I would save it for 3 months, or more than 3 months, that is to say to about 6 months, then that will be called as a fixed deposits, that is time deposit. Okay, and this time deposit will be for a certain period of time. So the net time deposits held with the commercial banks plus M1 are the measure of money supply, that is measure 3, and measure 4 includes measure 3 plus the time deposits with the post deposit or saving banks, right? So these would be the total deposits with the saving or post office saving banks plus the Measure 3, that is the net time deposits, that is fixed deposits with the commercial banks, as well as the currency held by the public plus the demand deposits, as well as the other deposits in the economy, right? So these all four evolve as the measures of money supply in an economy, right? And as I said, it has been recommended by RBI as on the basis of the liquidity of money in the country.